Hey folks, how you doing? Baltmatrix here, and today we're taking a look at Megatron, the core class figure from Transformers Kingdom. This figure comes to me from a purchase I made over at thecommandstore.com. The figure stands about 3-ish inches tall and is modeled in everything you see here. He comes with one accessory, and that is his gun. His little handheld gun. That is a model of almost his Walter P-38. That is so stupid. I love it. It's so incredibly dumb. But it can attach to the back, so you get that more G1-esque silhouette going. That is a very nice idea. If you haven't guessed already, I actually like this figure quite a bit. There is, or I should say, I have one major issue with it, and we'll mention that later. The treads on the back are fine, and I actually really do like the giant pylons he has for shoulders. I like that. The backpack, it's a bit much. I get what they're going for, though, and I understand why it's there. Just at this class, that huge chunk of plastic is the most cost-effective thing they could do for the treads. The fusion cannon could be a little bit bigger, but its size does work for the figure, so I'm fine with it, and the overall paint scheme is really, really nice. The silver on the backs and sides of the legs for the treads all work. He's got silver hands, the gunmetal, and they painted the parts that matter. And the face is just about perfect. Posability for our favorite despot is pretty good. Head is on a swivel, ball joint in the shoulder, ball joint at the elbow. Fists don't really swivel, but there is a swivel on this fist, but that's for the armor for the transformation. Ball joint in the hip, ball joint in the knee, no foot articulation. Unfortunately, the ball joints in the hips and the knees are just too loose. They're just way too loose. But that is a problem that is fixable, so I'm overly okay with it. In terms of height, Megatron scales to all the other core class figures, though he does feel bigger simply because of those giant shoulder pads. Very 80s of him. Transformation is very similar to Earthrise and Siege figure or versions of the figure. Put the head straight, remove the gun from the backpack, take the treads and flip them up and over his head like this. Take the arms and fold the shoulders up and turn the arms so that the fists are pointing down. Now, this is done a little bit differently on the arm with the fusion cannon, because you flip the fusion cannon around to point forward, flip the shoulder up, and then the forearm armor will actually flip around with the fist to cover it up. To finish the transformation on the turret, there are pegs on the back that the tops of the forearms will snap into. Now for the legs. Turn the legs 180 degrees, and then they will accordion out and up and fit over the treads, and they will peg into these little clips that are inside. This is a very smart idea. Very, very intelligent. I'm really surprised that they were able to get this level of a transformation into a figure this size. That's very, very smart. Lastly, take the gun and peg it into the barrel, and that's it. There we go. It's tank mode. Now, I will freely admit this little tank is kind of derpy. Very derpy. It works, but it's silly. It's kind of a combination between the Earthrise mode and Titanium Megatron, which is one of the worst figures I have ever owned. Turret can turn 360 degrees. Little bit of up and down movement at the actual turret. Okay, not a little bit. A lot more up and down movement at the turret. It works. It works really well, even if it's oddly proportioned. Overall, I like this Megatron figure a lot. It's a ton of fun. I actually like it more than the Earthrise mold, so there's that. I'm wondering if we're actually going to get another Megatron in Kingdom other than this. I know we're getting that Galvatron. Lord knows I've made like 3 videos on it already. Anywho, I like this figure a lot. I think it's totally worth picking up. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this figure down in the comments. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. I have been Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you next time.